Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since I've posted a video, and that's because we've been sick over here for a while, about 2.5 weeks or so. Especially for me, I got hit extra hard with it, and it's been quite the ordeal, but even lost my voice for a few days there. But anyways, we're still kind of coming out of it, but thought I'd just take you around, show you what's going on around here. We've had some pretty fair weather. Not really warm, but warm enough that it's kind of melted the snow off around the property. As you can see, we still have some piles piled up over here, but a lot of the other stuff, like on my little lawn over here, is kind of melted away. And it's just been kind of melting slowly, which is good. Hasn't been real warm, but just kind of a slow melt. So this has been going on for about 2 weeks of the melt. And so we're just barely hanging on to some snow, but not too bad. And then we had some wind. We had some pretty ferocious wind, actually, and it was drying out the ground pretty fast. So our mud situation has gotten a lot better. Let me walk over here and show you. Yeah, so if you take a peek out here in the Carell, the mud's gotten a lot better, and it's dried out pretty good. Actually, where I could probably come in here and clean it out pretty soon. The only bad part is still right behind the cows, and it's drying out a bit, which is good because they're in quite the hole there. As you can see, how they have to kind of climb up into the trough, and we want to take care of that and fix that. But they're doing pretty good. I'd say we're probably, I don't know, 10 days we'll start looking for some calves. Hopefully. We haven't nailed that down perfectly yet, but there is some mucus showing up on a couple of them, so we're kind of thinking a couple weeks from now, maybe a little bit less, and hope no surprises. Here's one of the heifers. I think she's going to go early March, and Ruby. I think Ruby's going to be early March. Betsy, Brooke. I think we're going to have quite a few early Marches, I hope, so we can pile them up in there pretty close together. Let's go take a look at the piggies. So we got the pigs open. Man, my goodness, they just hammer down on that stuff, don't they? Wow, they just go to town on that. We had actually put a lot of maybe a couple gallons of milk mixture in there with some barley, and they really dig on that stuff. They got some different kind of barley here lately, and it's kind of a rolled barley as opposed to that crushed stuff we had. But we got some crushed on order. They eat this a lot faster, and it's a little bit, I mean, they probably like it a little better, but they go through it a lot faster and doesn't hold them over as much. But anyways, you can see even in the pig pen, it has been drying out. Let's see if I can get rid of that glare. But anyways, it's been drying out. All their little holes are drying out. So the weather and the wind has really kind of helped us out on that situation. If you walk over here, it blew our little windmill over. It's kind of a telltale on how strong the wind was. Even with it not secured on all four corners, it usually can stand in a pretty good little wind. But as you can see, it knocked her over. So we had some pretty good gusts the other day. And I'll just give you a peek at the calves here. As you can see, of course, they're she's a yearling now, so she's a year old. Oh, look how nice she's been. Thanks, Mistletoe. And they're doing pretty good. We haven't had any other bites on the sale yet, so we're going to redo our classified ad on that on Craigslist or something, and we'll try to get her out there. Faith is going to go out. I don't know if I told you or not, but we had her tested for the A2. It came back, and she is A1 A2, so she's kind of a half, not what we're looking to have for our own family milk, however. So I'll put her up for sale, and she'll be a good little milk cow or nurse cow for someone else that's not looking for that A2. But if she doesn't sell, we're going to go ahead and try to train her to milk anyhow, because she could be used for the animals and for, I mean, I guess we could do it for butter. We buy butter at the store, and that's not A2. Even though we're looking to get into A2, we could supplement with her for now. But we could milk her for the pigs and for that fermented grain for the chickens and the pigs and stuff like that. She'll be good for that. And as small she's going to be, we probably only do one milk in a day, let the calf have the other half. But we'll see what happens with that. Let's see, Mistletoe's trying to wrestle her way in here after some of that good stuff, kicking Jasper out. Moving him aside. Here comes old Meadow. I really thought Meadow would have sold by now, but she's still around, and if we get to keep her, I guess that's good. She's a really nice little heifer, just a sweet little thing, and we really like her, so we'll see what happens. And old Midnight's been eating his grain, and he's he is what he is, but he's gonna be some beef for us here someday. But he's just the same old steer. He's just a big old baby. And I'll continue just kind of showing you what's going on around here with the chickens and the ducks and stuff. We got 3 roosters in here. I don't know if you guys remember or not, and it's starting to become a problem with 3 roosters. I think there's too much fighting, and they're getting a little aggressive with the hens. So we're keeping an eye out on these 3 roosters, trying to decide which one or 2 needs to go. We're going to try to pick the most aggressive ones, and we're going to cull them from the flock and either pass them on to someone else that needs a rooster, but probably more likely it's going to end up in the soup pot. So there's 2 of them right there, and I'm not sure. I'm kind of thinking he might be the problem, but we're going to find out. Stay tuned for that. We'll have to pick a rooster and pluck a rooster, I guess, if you know what I mean. So that's what we're going on with that. There goes the dogs. So things are just kind of coming about into spring here. Today's actually kind of a little bit on the chilly side, maybe 27, 28 degrees. Don't let that sun fool you. It's a little brisk out here, and we're kind of thinking that, well, we could have some more 40s coming up. So we're kind of teetering on into spring, but you can tell with the angle of the sun, actually. I can get you up there looking at that sun. It's moving across the sky, getting the feel. The angle of it makes me feel like spring is almost here. Not so much the temperature, but, and so we're getting ready for that. Getting ready to do some gardening stuff, hopefully. Getting ready for some spring work and things of that nature. But, and then of course we're getting ready to start calving. This is going to get pretty hot and heavy here pretty soon. And of course with these pigs, I will say that we kind of estimated the weight on them. So we started with the big one there, and I kind of he's running about 175 right now, believe it or not, somewhere in that ballpark. And so we got to kind of plan on how many days we have left for these to grow out. We're looking for that 250 to 275 pound weight class, I believe. So about another 100 pounds. In theory, they say they gain about 2 pounds a day around this time, so that could be less than 2 months. So I need to kind of figure out how we got to plan this out and get our appointment set here pretty soon. Of course, these smaller ones here are a little bit lighter, so these might end up being a little bit heavy. But if you're interested in how we figure that out, I'll do another video on how we measure that and do the calculation. There's lots of videos, but if you want to know, let me know. Anyways, there we go, guys. I'm fixing to get ready to go have a little coughing fit. I just can't quite kick that cough just yet, and it's been a doozy, but I'm sure there's lots of people that have dealt with that this winter. As you look out across the valley, you can see our snow starting to disappear again, except for in the mountains over there. Not too bad, but we're having a good time. Spring is making its way in slowly, and that's fine by me. So we might get a couple more snows here, but we'll see what happens. But thanks for coming along, guys. Thought I'd just drop a little note to you. It's been a while, and let you know what's going on around here. And we'll be seeing you here soon, shortly, and hopefully we'll start getting some action with these calves coming and stuff. But anyways, like, subscribe, follow along if you would. And for those that have subscribed and follow along for a long time, thanks for coming along with me every time we put a video out. Appreciate it, and have a good one. We'll catch you later.